Hey everybody, Tom Jorgensen here. We haven't met. Pleasure to meet you. Here with Jim Vejvoda, and we are going to talk about the big DC movie universe news of the day, which is the fact that Black Adam is getting its own movie. So Jim, what do you think this means for the DCEU?
Well, first of all, it means we're going to have to wait a little longer for a Shazam movie. Obviously, Black Adam was a longtime opponent of Shazam. Now, The Rock is playing, Dwayne Johnson is playing Black Adam. He's been attached to the movie for a while now. Look, he's one of the biggest stars in the world. You've had him since 2014. You got to get a move on. The man's very busy.
He's getting itchy feet.
So I think Black Adam getting his own movie is a way to establish this character and not have really a competing origin story going on with Shazam in that movie. And that's something we've talked about in the past about, look, you don't want to slight Shazam when you got somebody like The Rock as your bad guy in the movie. But the DC Comics now for a while have been pushing Black Adam more and more into anti-hero territory, and that's one of the Rock's favorite hashtags for whenever he talks about Black Adam.
Besides the long quote that Black Adam has.
Yeah, about kneel at my feet or...
Kneel at my feet or get crushed by my boot.
Yeah, that's, I can't wait to hear him say that, by the way. So I think, Black Adam getting his own movie is continuing on now with what the DCEU has been doing with Suicide Squad, which was a hit for them, and now with Gotham City Sirens, where
it's all about the villains. It's all about the anti-heroes.
Being bad is good bank.
It's great bank
now for the DCEU. So, Black Adam getting his own movie and being pushed more as an anti-hero, I think that's a good thing. Now, Shazam, we should say, is still actively in development for its own movie. But this is a way to get that character out there, get him introduced to audiences in a way that he's on his own terms.
Yeah.
On his own ground.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that we were going to get a Black Adam kind of appearance in Shazam where they were, going to be going up against each other.
Yeah.
But that leaves this huge question of if Black Adam's getting his own movie, who's he going to go against? And you have a pretty interesting idea about that.
Interesting you bring this up, Tom. I was thinking, I think it's going to be Superman. Why? Well, if you follow the breadcrumbs back starting in, say, February 2015, as I have, the seeds have been planted for a while now that The Rock has been wanting Black Adam to fight Superman. Now, that's not to say Black Adam won't end up fighting Shazam in his own movie, but in February 2015, we first heard about Dwayne Johnson telling Total Film that, first of all, Shazam, that property exists within the DCEU. There had been some question, look, that's a New Line movie.
Right.
All the other ones are Warner Brothers, same parent company, but what gives? Maybe they're separate tonally, maybe they're different. No. In February 2015, Dwayne Johnson saying, it was all agreed that the worlds are interconnected. One day you will see Black Adam go at it with Superman or Batman or any of the DC characters. And he also added, I think Black Adam is going to grow into becoming an anti-hero. So again, right there, first groundwork that at some point, Superman and Black Adam were going to cross paths. Now you jump forward to August 2016. The Wrap reports that, quote, Superman is a top priority for the studio and getting the character right for audiences is of tantamount importance. So that was when they were reporting that Man of Steel 2, a Superman standalone movie, was back in active development.
Right.
Maybe it is still. Maybe they're just, here's a way to
They're kind of
Superman
shifting it a
in
little
there.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because now Justice League 2 is kind of, postponed a little bit. It wasn't a two-part movie. It's not a two-part movie anymore. But yet there's more. Also in August 2016, Danny Garcia, who is co-producing Shazam, along with Dwayne Johnson, that's his producing partner, said that basically this is a different team. It's a different setup of people making the movie, so they have more creative control. So whatever happens in the other DC films, critically, commercially, won't affect what they're doing. And again, that they are connected. It's within the family, they said, but the culture will be a little different. Now,
sort of how like Guardians is kind of far removed from what's happening with Marvel. They're still in the same universe,
connected.
but yeah, they can kind of take it when they want it.
But Tom, there was a big Christmas gift given to us by Henry Cavill, Superman himself.
Really?
This one's pretty on the nose, but now it's just
fodder for us to talk about.
It's just backing up my opinion here. Henry Cavill posts on Instagram Christmas Day, wishing everyone it's him and The Rock together, drinking booze like men
on Christmas.
On Christmas,
and just them.
And they're in like this tropical place, and he says, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Superman and Black Adam. Today we drink like gentlemen and come together as friends. We're excited for what the future brings. And one of the hashtags on that was DC Worlds Will Collide.
What?
Now, this month, January, we find out Dwayne Johnson has met with DC Comics. And he was saying that it was a very cool strategic meeting with the heads of DC Comics about their entire universe. As a hardcore DC fan, he's really pumped that it's going to be about now going in the future movies, what DC fans have been hoping for: hope, optimism, and fun. Hashtag Black Adam.
Three things the DC EU is not exactly known for at this
Well,
point.
now
They're
starting
pushing that way, though.
starting with Justice League, they're going in the more kind of brighter, more traditional kind of route that DC Comics used to be much brighter.
Bring
and
a little
everything.
more color into it.
So, to make my point, then I feel like if you're going to have Black Adam on his own,
Right.
he needs to fight somebody. He's a super powerful being.
He's as powerful as Superman.
Exactly,
At least on
you
the
know?
same level.
And as Shazam is too.
Right.
So so who's going to fight? Well, obviously you already have Superman established, so you don't have to worry about an origin there. Superman has his moral center. Black Adam has his. Superman can go anywhere in the world. He can go in the cosmos. So it seems like a evenly matched kind of battle, and it just helps. It helps Superman in Cavill because it's The Rock is known as, quote, franchise Viagra.
Right.
He's a huge star, and it also helps The Rock because it gives him a firm sort of anchor in the DC universe.
It gives him a nice door in.
Yeah, it's not like suddenly you're just throwing him into the DCU. You're like, where does he fit?
Yeah.
You're if he has Superman there as a foe and maybe / kind of frenemy. It leads to not only exciting battles, but some interesting territory. I don't think it's going to get dark like BVS in terms of people colliding, but it's going to be interesting. You know?
And the fact that we're gonna get The Rock, Dwayne Johnson fighting Superman, just as a visual, like that is an idea
I'm
that
already
is too
there.
much to pass
I'm buying
up.
my ticket.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah,
I would see that.
It's not the first time Superman, Shazam, and Black Adam have kind of popped up in a movie.
It's not?
It's not. If anything, we have a prop right here that you can grab, Tom.
Oh my gosh, please
Look
tell
at
me it's
that.
up the right way. Yes. Okay, cool. Yes, Superman, Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. This was a home release. And in it, we saw Billy Batson being trained, Shazam's alter ego, being trained by Superman.
Yeah.
And fighting Black Adam.
I feel like you could introduce Billy Batson in the Black Adam movie, but he doesn't have to Shazam yet,
Right.
And you could maybe establish sort of a rapport between Superman and Billy Batson, sort of, not to drag Marvel into this, but sort of the way they're doing now with Iron Man and Spider-Man, or even in the Justice League movie, what they're kind of doing with Batman and Ezra Miller's Flash. So I think it'll be an interesting way to kind of like introduce this character, but he doesn't have his whole movie riding on it.
Yeah.
But there's just, I just feel like the breadcrumbs you can follow going back to 2015, and you see that, they want to do something cool with Superman, and I think introducing him in the Black Adam movie is a good way to do it. It's not going to diminish Superman's brand. Shazam, but also bring Superman in, having something for him to do so he doesn't get forgotten about. And as there's a Batman movie and Gotham City Sirens, all that, look, he's the Man of Steel. He's the first big superhero. So you want to hold on to him and do right by him.
Yes.
And I think it'd be cool.
Yes, and it's not like there's not other superhero team-up movies happening. We've got Thor and Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. So this might be kind of the way that superhero movies start going. It's like, let's pair a couple of them up. They do it in the comics all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really exciting, and I think the Rock, he's got a lot going on his plate. You've had him since 2014.
Let's
You're
get
going to have
this
to pull
movie
the
made.
trigger,
Let's go.
or you're going to lose him.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
plenty of other things coming along
You
out
don't
there.
want to lose
so
Dwayne Johnson.
You don't want to lose The Rock.
Come
Nobody
on.
wants to.
Nobody wants to lose The Rock.
But no, I mean, you're stoked for it then?
I'm totally stoked. I would watch Dwayne Johnson in pretty much anything. And the idea of him being as powerful as Superman and them duking it out, I'm all in for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So that's going to do it for us. What do you guys think is going to happen in this new Black Adam movie? Is he going to be fighting Superman? Let us know in the comments. And for all things DC, keep it here on IGN.